Let's hear from Chelsea manager Graham Potter. He spoke to talkSPORT's Alex Crook after his side's defeat at home this afternoon.
When you came in, Graeme, the owners made it quite clear it was a long-term project. There was no real pressure in terms of top four this season. Have you had reassurances from them that that's still the case?
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, but at the same time, we're not happy with the results that we've got. You know, that's clear. You have to see it for what it is in terms of today. We've had to make some changes because of the Champions League, and we've had to make some changes because of the situation we're in, boys coming back from injury, etc. So, you know, when you make those changes, it can be difficult against a team that's well prepared. So that's not to say that we're happy with a defeat, because we're not at all. But we have to keep working.
And if the owners are being patient, maybe the fans less so. They were allowed boos at half-time and full-time. What did you make of that?
Well, I completely understand. You know, the result isn't what people want here or expect here or demand here, and that's fair enough. Our job is to keep working and to turn it around.
We haven't asked about Azpilicueta. Obviously, that looked a nasty injury. What can you tell us there, finally?
Just that he's in hospital and he's getting monitored. Thankfully, he's conscious at the moment, so that's good. I think he's speaking with his wife, but obviously it was a terrible injury.
Yeah, wow. Really feel sorry for Azpilicueta. It was a shock, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, about the bicycle kick. He should have been sent off, I think. But, I mean, wow. Look, we're going to hear from a Chelsea fan in any second, though. But, Gabs, this man, Graham Potter, is he winding me up talking about
I felt
it is what it
then.
is, and we've had to make a few changes. Is it Chelsea Football Club? Have you seen their lineup today? It was
Jamie,
an unreal team.
He should be sacked for that post-match interview. We've had to make some changes because of the Champions League, so we had to bring different players in against a settled side, an organised side. What are you talking about?
You got a manager.
You ain't got a manager. You're playing against like a team that are in disarray, that can't get back-to-back wins together, and you're complaining that you've had to bring Mudryk off the bench on. You had to start Felix. Yeah. Are you joking me?
Their team, Azpilicueta, Koulibaly, Chilwell, Kovacic, Enzo Fernandez, João Felix, Mason Mount, Fofana. I mean, is he joking?
Poor Graeme.
Is he joking? Yeah, poor Graeme.
Poor you, Graeme. Wow.
Unbelievable. Chelsea fans.
Wow.
I mean, I can't believe. You know what? If this was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Manchester United, there would be riots right now in terms of how bad this team is. I think as well, Jamie, as well.
The English boys
getting away with murder.
Yeah.
Getting away with murder. Let's go to Brian, who's a Chelsea fan. All right, Brian?
Good evening. Mate, right?
Yeah, good, Brian. What do you make of them comments that he's just come out with there?
Well, he's completely thrown me, because I actually can't believe what he's just said. Because I was going to try and half-back him up, but he's just killed me. He's just killed me stone dead in the car. We just come back from the game. I mean, what is he actually talking about? Is he actually for real? Like, is he actually for real? Changes. He's made changes every single game that we've played since he's been manager. Every single game he's made too many changes. This is what the problem is. He hasn't got a settled side.
No
one is settled. He's put all the kids on in one game and then made loads of changes, but then he's played like 5 different formations in the same game.
You see with me, Brian, when you watch Chelsea, if I'm the owner, I'm thinking, the manager, when he comes out after the game and his actions on the pitch, he doesn't look like he feels like he's under pressure. Does that make sense? He feels like he's got this season. He can lose every game if he wants, but next season, you know, that's when my players will have gelled together.
Gabby, you played football, right? He's killing himself because he hasn't got a settled side. You've got 30 or 40 odd players walking around the training ground. No one knows if they're coming or going. No one knows if they're starting. You want your back four to be your back four, and if you've got one player coming in who's good enough, bring him in. But you don't keep...
No, you can't.
He's brought a centre-half off at half-time. Are you joking?
And even today, mate and Brian, bringing Mudryk on for like 30 minutes. Like, when I used to come on in games, it can take you 15, 20 minutes to get into the game and stuff.
I understand it, right? I coach kids and I coach football. I understand it. But you can't... Like, that's no good to Mudryk, bring him on for 30 minutes. Fofana up front, he's a young boy. He needs game time. He wants to play. He's aggressive, tenacious. He's done all the things that a Chelsea fan wants to see.
Yeah.
And then he brings him off. Well, what does that to anybody? Then he brings someone else on, then he changes the formation. Havertz up front on his own. Havertz up front on his own. He's not a lone number 9. Unlike what you just said earlier. We don't need a lone striker. Play with 2 up front. Play a 4-4-2 and just settle the ship. Man, the man's killing me. That interview, he should be sacked. He should be just sacked. He's embarrassing us and he's embarrassing himself.
Who would you bring in, Brian, quickly?
I wouldn't have sacked Tuchel, if I'm honest. Why would you sack that man? And now we're on a merry-go-round. There ain't no one to bring in. This is what the problem is. Chelsea can go through managers left, right and centre. But now you're running out of rope, or you end up bringing managers back.
Brian,
Tuchel in the beginning.
Brian, if Graham Potter was standing in front of you right now, what would be your message to him?
Oh, I couldn't say it live on there. I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. That interview, he's killed me. But
you played against a side that's prepared, so it must have been tough. That's what he said.
Decent
side. You like laughing. I'm a Chelsea fan, but you like laughing. That guy's killing us. Like, your team's he's only brought in £300 million worth of players, yeah? For a team that can't score away from home, and we can't score at all. He's only bought £600 million worth, and he's bought £300 million worth on.
A well-prepared Southampton team, he said. A well-prepared Southampton team. They've got no manager and a bottom of the league. And Graham Potter is coming out with that absolute nonsense.